Right, let's keep this. I think I'm gonna put back the second Thoughtseize. Opponent's milled to 5. Is red black maybe not as well positioned as was a couple weeks ago? I would say not as well positioned, yeah, but I think it's still totally fine. Well, I think it was 5 months. Appreciate ya. The all access token came back, I think. This hand is gonna be very good against Tron here. Don't know if I'm gonna cast that. We'll see what their hand looks like. We can still Tourach next turn. Star, Scrying, Wormcoil. Karn. Yeah, I can still Tourach next turn. I'll go and cast this. I think the Surveil's pretty nice. One closer for Delirium. They missed their land drop. Yeah, the list is very similar, but I'm on the 4th Thoughtseize in the main over the 4th Inquisition, and then I got the Void Mirrors from the sideboard for 2 Unearths to hedge against the Ragavan matchups, and I'm also playing 1 Needle, which is a really versatile sideboard card right now. Me relicking them doesn't matter at all. I'm not gonna really waste everybody's time doing it. It's just like, it's just not relevant. I think I take the Wormcoil, actually. Yeah. It's the sideboard plan. Let's go. League of this list compared to Black Red Saga list is popping up. The Red Black Saga list is worse than this list. We've said this a few times, but Saga is not good in your deck if you're not playing Rin and 6 or a bunch of artifacts. The card is straight up not worth including, especially in this deck where Saga is really bad in your Voidwalker, Kroxa, Tourach deck, and your deck that plays 18 1-mana colored spells, and you want to go colored spell on 1 into 2 colored spells on turn 2 really often. Urza Saga is not good in this version. If you want to play Saga in Black Red X, play Jund Saga, but don't play it in Red Black. Is he better than Bolt vs Tron? I would say no. What would you name with Needle in this matchup? It's very contextual. Sometimes you will name a Planeswalker, sometimes you'll name an Expedition map, sometimes you'll name a Blast Zone. Kind of depends on what's going on. My opponent kept 7. I think I'll keep this. Ragavan's pretty good against them. Amulet Titan plays Saga. Yeah, Amulet Titan plays Saga. Okay, please don't, but Amulet Titan plays Saga, Spike. You know, you didn't also say, but Amulet Titan also gets to play. Amulet Titan's kind of a special case because it tutors up their, Amulet, which is the card their deck's built around. Please don't actually me and, just miss the point on purpose. I would have loved to have that next turn. Amulet Titan plays Saga. Okay, well, I'm talking about, like, I feel like my point, it really feels like you're missing the point on purpose when I'm telling you don't play, Saga unless, like, Ragavan or, unless you're playing Rin 6 or a ton of artifacts. I feel like it's, do I have to also say that, like, Amulet Titan is an exception because it finds them their combo piece. I feel like it should be, like, very clear that I'm talking about, mid-range decks, not, like, super linear, very odd deck building decks like Titan. Wait, what? They tutored the wrong Tron piece. They tutored the wrong Tron piece. Brickbastard 2 months? Appreciate ya. I can't believe it. They tutored the wrong Tron piece. But like, of course, Amulet Titan also meets that condition of like making Saga really, you know, powerful in its list because it's, you know, built around the card. It's just like can't quite cast that one. I'm trying to think, should I make them discard? I think I'll make them discard. Don't want to be too bad here. I think we can also get that back with Luris potentially. Discard the Karn. So hand is Thragtusk, Sylvan Scrying, Yavimaya. Wait, they also could have got Yavimaya Sylvan Scrying, right? And they just didn't. And then they ripped the tower. But they discarded their Karn, so. And then they floated 2 mana and passed. Okay, I actually don't know what's happening anymore. Or maybe I never did. So do I want a Ballista or do I want a Voidwalker plus Luris? I think Voidwalker is better against the Thragtusk. I also have Shizo to fear the Ragavan through the Thragtusk. They Sylvan Scrying for Blast Zone though. And then they they discarded Thragtusk? When did that happen? I actually don't know when that happened. Okay, I'm done thinking about this game. Oh, just do the Kroxa. Yeah, I missed that. Well, let's see what their hand is. I just don't know. I just have been so confused this whole game. Wait, how do they have a second tower? Alright. We'll take it. Charm is better than Cryptic. I know that you probably have inferred that, but you're wondering why with that question. Charm is an incredible magic card. And then also, like, 4 mana spells in general are kind of hard to play in the metagame at the moment. But Charm is also really good against Hammer. It's really good against Rhinos. It is good against Ragavan Channeler. It is just a very, very well-positioned card of Modern in general. Will this ever be a deck without the monkey? If the monkey were banned, it would be. Maybe. But, like, not in this metagame. Playing against Yawgmoth, a matchup I do usually feel like slightly favored in. We have the Bolt for the Hierarch. I think I might just take the Young Wolf here, and then go Bolt Hierarch next turn, and then Thoughtseize the Wall of Roots. It does kind of stink to not get any Surveils off, but the Young Wolf is really good against me. They drew Misty for turn, and then they just don't cast the Hierarch. I don't know why. I guess they're going to try to go Wall of Roots in the Hierarch next turn. I will keep a land for Tourach. Do I want Unholy Heat? I think I'm just going to graveyard it. Can you explain why not start with DRC and Civic Question 1? Yes, I should have said this, but my opening hand was Bloodstained Mire Basic Mountain, right? And then I had DRC, Lightning Bolt, 2 black discard spells. So there was no way for me to go Channeler on 1 and then double discard spell on turn 2, especially in an unknown matchup. That's like a very likely thing I want to do because not every deck gives you a target for the Lightning Bolt. So I needed to play a discard spell on turn 1 so I could double spell on turn 2. Does that make sense? Okay, that's the best card in the matchup, so we will keep it. Good commentary. Would have given me Delirium, though, but it's definitely worth keeping. Is it true it's gonna be a regular thing for the channel? I can't do it every season. Is too like it is by far too mentally taxing to do it every season. But it is. This is the second time I've done it. It is something I imagine I'll do again at some point. But I also don't necessarily want to be doing the same gimmick every single time. Like maybe I'll have a new idea for something fun to do at some point. Wait, didn't I just fetch? I have fetched this game. I'm not sure what you're asking though. I have fetched this game. So there is Evolution Mystery card. They didn't cast the Evolution. Twilight Mire on top. I think I'll terminate this. They might have Court of Calling for 1 or something here. Nope. Fetch the Blood Crypt. I fetched the Swamp, but I did fetch. I don't know what the point is, right? I did fetch, but what's the question here? I did fetch. Is there a question? Alright, Needle also helps this matchup a lot. Really, really good against Yawgmoth. Very versatile sideboard card. Did I say Thoughtseize? No, I said the Voidwalker, which I surveilled to the top, was the best card of the matchup. So I usually cut the Kolaghan's commands, and then I think on the draw I'll definitely cut the 4th Ragavan. And then on the play I'll probably want the 4th Ragavan. Maybe I don't want necessarily all these Tourachs though on the draw. Could play 1 command. It's not that good though. What's the best deck that plays 0 MH2 cards? Any deck that plays 0 MH2 cards is the best deck, because as we all know, playing Modern Horizons 2 cards, or even, let's be honest, Modern Horizons 1 cards in your modern deck is pretty cringe, if you ask me. I think I would like to see a world where no Modern Horizons cards ever sees play in any format ever again. Yeah. Maybe we could just make it a different format for people who like those cards and just call it Modern Horizons 2 Block Constructed. Am I right? Am I right, chat? Am I right, Am I right, chat? Can someone tell me I'm right? Am I right, chat? Am I right? Can someone say that I'm right, please? Can anybody tell me that I'm right? Modern Horizons 2, more like Modern Horizons cringe. Man, being a streamer is so easy. You just see funny comments in the chat and you just steal them. You just steal them. Right, I'm gonna play around Endurance by only attacking with Voidwalker here. You just see a funny comment and you just steal them, and then you say them, and everybody's like, "Wow, that was funny." I think you make a good play. Let's go. You steal a joke. You make a good play. You're a streamer. That's all it takes. That's all it takes. Do I want to heat the Innkeeper? I could theoretically get Delirium because I have the fetch. Delirium would be pretty nice, and I'm going to use my mana next turn. Please make my stance about Alchemy. I can't talk about Alchemy again. I'm sorry. We spent way too long on it the other day. I hope that the format's good. I'm probably not going to play very much of it, if any. I might write some content for CFB, maybe. Do we want to play around a second copy of Endurance here? So I can fetch and attack with my Channelers and get kind of blown out by Endurance, number 2. I think it's probably fine to... I think it's probably fine to play around it. I guess maybe I shouldn't have cast the Heat if I was going to think about playing around it. It would tap them out of Veil. That's true, yeah. That's a good point. If they Veil some of the Tourach, then we get to hit them for 9. Okay, they did have the second Endurance. We get them down to, 1 card in their hands. We exile Yawgmoth, Scavenging Ooze. If I cast this Yawgmoth, I'm actually, like, doing pretty good in combat here. Like, they just don't have good attacks all of a sudden. Maybe I'll cast it next turn. Kind of down, I think, to cast it now. Turn these channelers into real cards, huh? Oh, I can proliferate the Tourach. That's pretty cool, yeah. I would love to proliferate today. Yes, I'd love to proliferate. Okay, so I'm probably not going to Needle Yawgmoth. Because I have a Yawgmoth. That's weird, huh? No blocks. Just sack one here. Terminate. And then I think I'll also terminate the Wall of Roots. Try to keep them off Yawgmoth. Evolution. They grab a Grist. Then they sack their Endurance to kill my Tourach or my Yawgmoth. Either way, this is like very fine. They just kind of have nothing left. Dude, Den of the Bugbear plus Yawgmoth is actually really sick. Because now I've got tokens to I think Den was bugged recently to where I could not attack, to where you couldn't attack the Planeswalker. So I'm actually going to see if it's bugged anymore. Okay, it looks like it is not bugged anymore, but I just wanted to still attack the Yawgmoth at Grist to double check that. Could we have sacked Tourach to draw a card? Oh yeah, sorry, I missed a card there. Okay, keep this on the draw against Luris. Why don't you call this deck Rakdos? I'm not a big fan of the name Rakdos. I get that suggestion a lot. Call this deck Rakdos, but I feel like I'm not a huge fan. Assuming that the reason Yawgmoth not Junsack isn't in for Coco, otherwise grave card for the deck, it would be fine. It's also true that in Junsack, like you're not playing the Undying combo, and Yawgmoth is, you know, a lot less good without the Undying combo. But it's, yeah, also Coco's a better 4-drop. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of just of deck names. Sorry, I had some water. I'm not a big fan of deck names being two names smushed together. Not usually a big fan. I'm pretty sure that Tutors has been played. I got one trophy with Yawgmoth, one trophy with Mill. I think the second was with Mill too, but I'm not 100% sure. Take one of the 2 copies of Kolaghan's command. I think that's probably a good sign for me. Okay, they've got 2 copies of Saga. It's kind of not that good for me, I guess. This is the worst matchup, Jund Saga. But we have improved it a little bit with these unearths, I think. Although the spell bombs are still an issue. Your Shadow Spirit's fine. I think that my opponent is probably almost committed to making a token with Saga this turn, so I think I'm just going to play this tapped, because I really doubt I'm going to get the ability to use the heat. Okay, Voidwalker is kind of nice in this spot, where it not only helps me race, but it also is going to stop their Sagas from going to the yard, so if they draw a red and 6, it's going to be not as scary. Cool, thanks for perspiring. So can people maybe put an Eldrazi in their sideboard for a day or two? That lets me go Kolaghan's command plus heat next turn, but I think I'll just graveyard it. How was the matchup against Grixis Shadow? How do we beat them? I mean, just like any Ragavan Luris mirror, like red black is the worst of the 3 Ragavan Luris decks. Red-black is good against Murktide, probably the best of the three against Murktide, but the worst against Grixis Shadow, the worst against Jund Saga. You have a better matchup against Grixis Shadow than you do Jund Saga, but it is still hard. Got a Pyrite Spellbomb. It's still a hard matchup. So they're going to main phase Pyrite Spellbomb, my Voidwalker, give me Delirium, and then I've got this sweet Kolaghan's Command. Feeling pretty good. I think I Graveyard Ragavan. Sorry, I was saying something, huh? What was I saying? But, you know, you play it like any other matchup. Like, you try to make value plays, you know, choose to be on the play. I'm playing Unearthed in the sideboard, which I think are very good in these matchups. Like, largely a hedge for that one specifically at the moment. Okay, so I think the Shadow Spear is a problem here. But I think I'm going to destroy the construct and deal 2 damage to my opponent and try to erase here. Graveyard that. Let's see what they're drawing. A Ragavan. Ragavan's kind of weird here. Tourach. So let's see just draw land for Tourach. We don't. Okay, so I guess I'll just dash, get rid of their Ragavan. Unholy Heat the Renin 6. No, I think I'd probably just ignore the Renin 6 this game. And I can save the Unholy Heat for the Shadow Spear construct. Voidwalker can play Saga, yeah. You kill their blocker in GG. Well, I mean, maybe. My opponent can just draw a removal spell for this. You know, if they have nothing, GG. They have a lot of draws here, though. Okay. Thankfully, that's heatable. So yeah, I have to heat this Tarmogoyf. And then we can force a block of Saga token on Ragavan here, and they won't be able to equip next turn. Okay, then we also drew a lethal burn spell. Okay, so dashing Ragavan. If they block here, then they can't gain life next turn. So if they have a removal spell for my Channeler, I think it's still better to dash Ragavan, because then I get to hit with the Ragavan this turn, and then I can Kolaghan's Command next turn. Okay, we just K-Command their face. That doesn't play around a removal spell. If this turn, if they have a removal spell, they can only cast one, and I get to hit them, and then I get to hit them with Ragavan or hit them with Channeler. I didn't miss lethal, chat. I explained the line before I took the line. I explained the line, I think. I guess I did a shitty job explaining it. But the Kolaghan's Command is still in my hand. You know, we lose to Inquisition plus removal spell, but they didn't have the removal spell last turn, so they have to somehow have both. And if they cast removal spell, they can't also token. Spellbomb plus Inquisition. Yeah. There are combinations of cards we lose to, but I really feel like this is... oh, Bob got a trophy. I feel like this is a good line. Don't do it. Don't do it. You said, oh, lethal removal spell in Silver DC. Yeah, I know I said that, and then I explained why I wasn't taking the lethal line. Well, Dexter Voidwalker's good back. They're basically good against every non-Ragavan deck. And they're Needle is also partially for this matchup. But they're good against like every non-Ragavan deck, and they're bad against good against every non-Ragavan deck, and also they're bad against Hammer Time. But they're good against 4-color blue-white control, basically every combo deck, every graveyard deck, every big mana deck. They really shine there. Sometimes I usually want the third Terminate. I usually cut all the Thoughtseizes and play 3 Inquisitions. Can trim on Tourach. Guess we do just have extra sideboard cards now. Might trim a Bolt. It's also possible... Maybe I should put... Voidwalker is a card that I really like on the play against Gen Saga. I found it to be like a little, like, not great on the draw. But maybe on the draw, like, the Tourachs are also, like, kind of awkward. Tourachs, I think I probably want... I probably want to do a 2-2 split. I think I want the 3 Inquisitions. I don't think I want any Thoughtseize. This looks pretty good to me. Yeah, this match... We now have, like, 3 extra sideboard cards for this matchup, but this is still, I think, the worst matchup. You made the right play. I'm just saying that's the line I think. Yeah. I know. Yeah, of course. Of course, I know that there were like ways that they could have possibly gotten out of that, but I still think it was the correct line. Why am I playing Unearth? Why are you playing Unearth instead now? Because Grixis Shadow has really like become incredibly popular lately. And Unearth is like the best sideboard card for those matchups. Red Black is also like a really popular deck. Murktide is popular again. The Ragavan decks are really popular, and Unearth is the best sideboard card for the Ragavan mirrors. It is the best one. Okay, so we can turn to Voidwalker. I wouldn't crack the Baubles if I could bolt a Goyf, but I currently can't bolt a Goyf. So they drew Abrupt Decay for turn. And they're passing. And then this is probably not going to be good info. They're probably fetching. Would you adapt and play Unearth and Gen Saga, which is your lowest deck of choice? I mean, I feel like you would maybe be overcompensating because like Gen Saga preys on like the Lurrus mirrors. That's like really where it shines. Although, I will say a big problem for Gen Saga is that Grixis Shadow plays Dress Down, which is really good against Gen Saga. Yeah, I think I'll just play the Voidwalker here, now that I have 2. If they decay it, we both spend 2 mana. It's better than Cake Command. Yeah, I mean, yeah, Unearth is 1 mana, put a Lurrus back into play, and then Kolaghan's Command is 6 mana. It costs you 6 mana to get Lurrus back in play. And it's also like, it's just like, usually the Lurrus goes to the graveyard instead of getting exiled. Obviously, Saga plays some spell bombs, but yeah, it is better than Kolaghan's Command in the matchup. You also have a lot of Kolaghan's commands too. Okay, so we get to Inquisition their Lurrus, which is always something you're like really excited to do in this matchup. And it's exiled, so they can't Kolaghan's Command it back. Is it correct to play Red Black with 22 lands, 1 Earthman? If I thought it was correct, I would be doing it. But I don't. Warmare would be good against Tron. It's good against E-Tron. It's not good against Green Tron, because they can pretty easily spend colored mana for it. Green Tron is also a favorable matchup for Red Black. You know, we beat it earlier today. It's not wildly favorable, but I do usually feel like a slight favorite in that matchup. Heat is just better than Decay in this matchup, so I think I'm just gonna Lurrus in hand. And what's really nice about having the Unearths in the deck in spots like this is like, usually like you would maybe like, oh, am I gonna play the Lurrus into the double removal spell? But with 2 Unearths in the deck, like you're kind of fine just taking that trade because you kind of have the inevitability of drawing an Unearth at some point. Let's see. This is a 5/6 Goyf, so I'll crack the Bauble now so I could draw a Heat potentially. It seems to have the 1 Bolt in hand instead of one of the Heats. Yeah, Voidmere, Urborg are also non-bow. See, they're drawing. Their hand is just a Heat. They're drawing a Channeler, which I can Bolt at least. If I draw a Heat, draw a command. Okay, this is gonna be a fast clock. Although I do get to go Kolaghan's Command, make them discard the Heat, and then return Lurrus. We have 7 ways to kill this. Or, yes, there are 6 ways because we don't have both. We have a Heat in the graveyard. But the Goyf is a big problem here. Discard sorry, they had Decay left, not Heat. Same thing, really. Hope their top deck isn't too good. Dash Ragavan. Hit me for 7, which is unfortunately... Oh, I guess it's not lethal. They hit Alpine Moon, which is not a huge deal. So Terminate and... Unholy Heat are still by far the best draws. 6 of those in the deck. A creature to just like block Tarmogoyf is pretty good too. Would it maybe have been good to discard there with the fetch? No, our life total. I think it's better to keep our life total high than it is to scry potentially. Probably named Den of the Bugbear, right? Yeah. Let's freaking go! Let's freaking go. Okay. Just gonna do that now. And then I guess I can also discard the Ragavan. I think I'll command this turn. And I think instead I'll kill the Ragavan and make them discard, which plays around them drawing a removal spell for Lurrus. They could decay the moon to dodge heat. They discarded the decay. They had no cards in hand. Well, they had the Ragavan in hand, sorry. They drew Wooded Foothills return. Got it discarded. Beating Jund Saga would feel pretty good. Definitely a hard matchup. So we have a Lurrus exiled with a Void counter, and so... Or we have their Lurrus exiled with a Void counter, so even if they kill my Lurrus, I get to get one back. Which is exactly what happened. And we just get to keep this loop up. 3060. Opponent reveals no companion, but I think I keep this anyways. This would be a good hand against a Lurrus deck, though. Maybe they're playing Murktide. Sephiroth's pretty all in on banning Death Red Shaman. I think it's silly to want to unban Death Red Shaman, to be honest. I probably should have Inquisition on one, actually, because of Wrenn and 6. I think it's silly, but it's also like I'm not the kind of guy that likes to debate hot takes. We don't have a PO box. There was a hiccup yesterday. I'm sorry. I did go to the post office, but for whatever reason they required 2 forms of ID. They wouldn't take my social security card, so they said they would take a car registration, but my car registration's expired, so I went and got my car inspected instead. I have been putting it off for a little while. Growth Spiral. I was playing against Teamer Wreck. Probably not a good matchup. Yeah, I think I'll Inquisition, then just cast the Ragavan. Oh, it's Scape Shift. Okay, then I have to definitely have to take Charm. Being a successful streamer is synonymous with having a sedentary life. Do you think it has consequences from mental and physical health point of view? I would say it's probably no more detrimental than having a desk job, which is detrimental, absolutely, but it's not like I wouldn't view it as more detrimental. So an Escape Shift, Cryptic Command, Mystery card. Let's see what we find off the Ragavan. Just a Scalding Tarn. Let me return Channeler, make them discard a card here. I guess I could do that end of turn, actually. And then if they Cryptic that, I get to untap and Tourach. Yeah, let's do that then. Hasn't been expired since August. It has been, Esther, but I left that part out of my story on purpose. And now you've just ousted me. Yeah, no, I'm way happier streaming now than I am in my office job. I also, like, work way harder streaming than I did at my office job. And, like, that has definitely, like, impacted. You know, I'm fatter now for sure, but I'm gonna be back in the gym soon. I'm feeling the motivation recently. So we get to resolve the Tourach, which is pretty exciting. Discard Scapeshift Forest. So they have 2 mystery cards. The Den of the Bugbear, if I draw a land, is not quite
What's
lethal.
up? It's me, your friend Aspiring Spike.
Yeah, we'll be Aspiring Fitness soon enough, huh? Thoughts on Rug Scapeshift? We're playing against it. It's about, I guess, all my thoughts. Steel Ragavan, totally okay with this. I think I'm just going to heat it and get as aggressively as possible. Get as aggressive as possible. Yeah, jacked mullet spike. Have I ever gotten a preview card? No. Wizards hates how toxic I am to my chat, so they just won't give me one. Alright, up a game. But I refuse to treat my chat any better than I do at the moment. It's just not going to happen. I'm sorry. So they had no preview card for me. Will Spike get an MH3 preview card? Hopefully, yeah. I did not get a Modern Horizons 2 card. I did not get a Modern Horizons 2 preview card. Despite streaming Modern every day and having like 600 viewers on average, no preview card. What cut the Void Mirror? Yeah, we cut the Void Mirrors. We added the 4 Thoughtseize to the main. Those are the main changes. Good hand, good hand. I did not. I started streaming right after Modern Horizons 1 dropped. That was the start of twitch.tv/Aspiring Spike. I think I actually like Thoughtseize on 1 because I just really am scared of Ren. Oh, maybe I should have brought a Needle over. Yeah, maybe I should have brought a Needle. Or did I bring in the Needle? I did, yeah, for the Ren. I already did that. Ah, I hate Veil of Summer. I hate it so much. I hate that stupid card. Image 3 for sure. Yeah, I know, but it's like, will I even be streaming that long? Hopefully, I really hope so, but you know, you never know what can happen. It's a long time from now, I imagine. Stupid Veil of Summer. You think the one of the other could be a Bob? I think it would be worse. Unearth is the best card in these red black X mirrors. It's just the best card, and I'm really not that interested in not playing it. Kolaghan's Command does not seem great. Here, I think I'm gonna graveyard it. Memory Deluge, Scapeshift, Growth Spiral. Need 7 lands to kill me with the Scapeshift. When I'm playing One Earth, made One Earth side. Unearth is really bad against a lot of decks. But also, what would you cut for the Unearth, buddy? I think I'd take the Scapeshift. And then I will offer a trade here if they want to take it. Dude, turn 1 Ragavan would have been so sick against their hand. Compared to the turn 1 Thoughtseize. I mean, I think playing around Ren 6 is fine. Main phase Deluge. Scalding Tarn. So the hand is Growth Spiral, Mystery card. They also tapped in a way that they can't cast the Spiral, notably. Still no Delirium for me. Delirium if they kill the Ragavan, though. Don't kill the Ragavan. Alright. I'm going to cast it, I guess. Graveyard that. I guess we discard Cliff's Channeler. Discard Channeler for Delirium. And then we can also activate Din next turn if we want. Maybe cast the Voidwalker first. So we have 8 plus 4. We have exactly 12 next turn. Although if they have a land, they can haul the Storm Giants on defense if they want. Oh, sorry. This is 6 to activate, right? Yeah, they just have it. So not lethal on board. They can't activate it. 1, 2, 3. Oh, they only have 5 minutes. Okay, yeah, you're right. Sorry. I don't miscounted it. I think I was still activating Din anyways, though. This is, I guess doing it now is kind of awkward against Cryptic, but if they Cryptic, I guess they tap the Voidwalker so I can't activate it. But I think I'm still supposed to go for it. Spiral. 4 cards in hand. They put a Misty into play. Wait, did they not play their land for turn? They must have drawn a... I think they didn't play their land for turn. Gain control over Ragavan. Okay, so I'm going to hold up the charm then. So I don't die to Scape Shifts. Yeah, I thought they had 6 lands and the hull. I just miscounted. They have Scape Shift with a counterspell up. Well, my hand's pretty forced. They're pausing. Yeah, they get a Veil or a counterspell, but I have to take this line. We're doing Trivia Challenge, you jump a league, we lose a match. I am because I'm behind. If I'm ahead, I don't do it, but I'm behind. Alright, show me that you have enough mountains. Stupid Veil of Summer. They did sack 3 mountains. Why is Bugbear so strong at the moment? The card's not it's not strong at the moment. It's just like maybe one of the best creature lands ever printed. Alright, that looks like enough mountains to me. Alright, on the play for game 3. What about D&T in the current meta? Is there a version that's particularly good? There's not one that's doing well. Although I will say the humans is somewhat playable. It's actually doing well in challenges lately. Man, stupid Graven Cairns. Stupid. I'm gonna mulligan this hand. The Kolaghan's Command and Bolt aren't particularly good either. His hand's very, very close to being great. But it's not. Got to go to 5. This hand is really good, okay. This hand's really, really good. I'll put back second Ragavan Bauble. Hope they don't bolt my monkey. They kept 7, though. $18, sad. Not even playing around Dash Monkey. When I get Mountain, shouldn't matter that much. It's maybe we could play around like Valakut or Escape Shift for 18. But I also have I have the Thoughtseize in my hand, so I'm going to go to 17, right? It's gonna be an uphill battle, chat. Okay, although that is actually, if I draw a land, then I get to go Thoughtseize to maybe get Lurrus through. Memory Deluge. Okay, I was really worried about Ren. Okay, so we get to resolve Lurrus, which is a start. We also get to Thoughtseize. Aether Gust. I'll take the Deluge. Their hand is not very strong. And then I could bauble them for the info, but I think instead I'm gonna bauble myself so I can fetch on my upkeep and get some selection here. Bloodborne is game 5. Yeah, I think he said he was gonna do that when I left this morning. Definitely rooting for our boy. Your Castle Vantress return. Okay, I'll shuffle away that Lightning Bolt. We'll love to draw like Tourach, Alpine Moon. Kroxa would be fine. Maybe I guess they have the Aether Gust. Okay, Shuffle Bug. Guess I'll bubble them first. I might want to Voidwalker. It's kind of good with the Aether Gust. Also, more pressure is nice here. I guess they do get to castle, so maybe I should have waited on the bauble. Definitely gonna scry that island to the bottom. Not that escape shift next turn, but or the turn after because we actually go up to 20. Yeah. They put 2 cards on the bottom. We drew a Tourach, which is a phenomenal draw. Their hand is Stomping Ground, Aether Gust, Mystery card. Opponent plays the Stomping Ground tapped. Passes. Play the Graven Cairns. So if they counter this, then I get access to a counterspell from the Voidwalker. We could have dashed Ragavan, did not use Castle. I mean, if I was in that spot for my opponent, then I would probably just use the Castle to negate the Ragavan scry. Okay, so they're drawing a Misty Rainforest. Their hand is Stomping Ground, Aether Gust. So I can attack with the Voidwalker. I'm not watching Nico at the moment. I'll put him on my my phone for game 6 though. I need to be there when he finishes the run, but I also need to trophy here. We got a lot of got a lot going on. Upkeep castle. I mean, if my opponent upkeep castles, that's just their whole turn though. So if I think I just kicked the Tourach, but I can also dash Ragavan. Oh yeah, we know their hand is Aether Gust, Stomping Ground. So if I go dash Ragavan, they can gust it, but then they can't haul. Yeah, they can't haul on defense and Aether Gust, so this should be lethal, right? They block here, take 5, and then we get Light a Bolt. Nico's another streamer that's a friend of the channel who is attempting the God Run 2, which is beating Dark Souls 1, 2, 3, Bloodborne, Demon Souls, and Sekiro in a row without taking a single hit. And he's done the God Run 1 a few times, which is all of those games minus Sekiro, and he's done the God Run 1 at level 1 without leveling up any of his characters. But Sekiro is the hardest of all the games, and so he's currently in the middle of this attempt. Just kick Tourach and then bolt them. I guess this line is also lethal. If he gets his, does he have to start each game? Yes. It starts from the very beginning. And if you wanna watch that, he's currently on game number 5. You can always type !Dino in chat to watch him. But maybe watch the end of this trophy run first. Or both at the same time. We lost playing for Trophy 20 yesterday. We're 4-0 today. Tutors has Tutors got 3 trophies yesterday, so we have a lot of work to do, huh? A lot of work to do. Very good hand here. Yeah, it takes years and years of practice and doing it every single day to figure this stuff out. And there's lots of like community building and strategy, and it's also like really good to watch. It's really good to watch. A deck tech for Morrison. Esper Catavera. Catavera. Looking for a cat. Okay, I don't understand the reference. I will say I don't necessarily like playing Solitude. Oh, we're playing against humans? Okay, Tourach being pro-white's kind of nice. I think I'll Thoughtseize. Adeline, Freebooter, Lieutenant. They don't have a 3rd land. This card is crazy, though. This card's really good. Although maybe Tourach is going to be good against it. Yeah, I'll just take the Lieutenant, and I'm kind of happy if they Freebooter me next turn because it doesn't hit. It's not going to hit anything. Okay. Yeah, I don't think I'd play Solitude. I think your curve is just generally too high in a Monastery Mentor deck. Okay, you're also playing 20 lands in a deck with Teferi, Hero of Dominaria, Jace the Mind Sculptor. Like, you cannot get away with 20 lands and playing all these 4 and 5 mana spells. You either need to, like, lower the curve or cut or, you know, play a control deck, but you cannot have the best of both worlds here. So, like, I think you probably want to lead more into the creatures, is what it seems like. I think Unearth is the card that makes Monastery Mentor playable. I'd really like to see Unearth in this shell. You also the mana is also like really bad if you play Inquisition, Thoughtseize, Consider, Fatal Push, Prismatic Ending, and then also Counterspell. Like your mana, you're just I think being a little bit too greedy with your spell base here, to be honest. You're just trying to do too much. Like I think you can't play the 1 mana discard spells. They don't play that well with the counter spells anyways. Yeah, I like to see like cutting the Jace, cutting the Solitudes, cutting the Hero, playing maybe more Snapcasters. Okay, so I can't. Oh no, I didn't heat the champ. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm gonna heat the Freebooter. I guess after the attack. Oh no. If we hit Delirium, I think I blocked the champion. Did not hit Delirium, so just take 4. I meant to kill the champion. This is a huge punt. That's what I get for doing the deck tech. Drew another copy of Unholy Heat. I don't have Delirium. I can't get Delirium if I play the Kroxa, so I guess I can go second main phase. Second main phase Kroxa, and then I have Heat up, and I can decide what I'm blocking. Get their last card out of their hands. Escape Kroxa next turn. Dude, we're in so much better shape if we kill this. Did you Recruiter? So we get to Kroxa the card they draw with Recruiter. Then we take 4 down to 6. If we heat the champion, block a token. Shock down to 4. Get their card out of their hand. And then they don't have good attacks. You can't Tourach it. I'm going to Kroxa it instead. Right now I'm deciding if I'm going to kill the Adeline or the champ. I think I'm killing champ. Why didn't I cast Tourach as protection from white? I needed to cast Kroxa to get Delirium. I know that it has protection from white. Which would maybe be a reason to... I guess that would be a reason to... They got Reflector Mage. That would be a reason to heat the Adeline. Heat Adeline. Take 5. Or Chump Block. Chump Block might be good. Then Tourach. Yeah, Kroxa also blanks the Adeline. Both seem fine. I kind of like chump blocking the. Oh, I guess getting the champ off the field is probably just more important, to be honest. Has humans risen from irrelevancy? It's been top 8ing challenges. Okay, keep that. It's been doing fine. Yeah, I know that they're discarding the mage next turn. So I'm gonna eat a token, take 5, right? Down to 5. I died to Mantis Rider if I do this. Good jump block. Chandler's not doing that much going forward. Go to 7, then shock down to 5. Kroxa. I guess I died to Mantis Rider anyways. They just Alpha Strike. Dead if I shock? I'm not dead, am I? Block here. I don't have to attack with this because I'm escaping. Yeah, I'm not dead. Go to 1 though. Yeah, I think I should chump. These decks don't play Mantis Rider. Sometimes they do. You cannot say that humans does or does not definitely play a human like that anymore. There's no clearly defined list. But I have played against humans recently. They have cast Mantis Rider against me. You cannot say that they just don't do it. This happens all the time where there's a deck that's kind of like on the fringes of the format like humans, and chat like set like, you know, you just can't speak in absolutes about this. Dude, Adeline has 6 power next turn. Pretty nuts. I also like probably win this game pretty easily if I keep the champion instead, but I'm sorry, I was distracted doing the deck tech. Which is my fault, of course. Yeah, now I have to trade with Adeline, go to 2, and I just lose. It's so frustrating. At least I'm not dead on board. I also could have taken the line where I killed Adeline and then kicked Tourach next following turn. That might have just been better. Just cast Tourach and terminate Adeline, maybe. Definitely better against top decked Freebooter. Game 2. On the bright side, I think this matchup's fine. Shouldn't have done the deck tech. Do I want Needle? Don't think so. Might play 1 on Earth. That seems okay. No, Ragavan is great against humans. Ragavan is great against humans. It's bad. I mean, our whole deck's bad against Sanctifier, but I'm really happy to trade Ragavan for any human. Maybe I'll actually play a Thoughtseize over the Unearth. Let's do that. Tourach was not. Yeah, I played that game worse than I played like any game recently, for sure. I can keep this hand though. Yeah, Adeline is really good. Yeah, I'm just gonna focus up. Try not to let it to affect the rest of this match. Our hand is really good. Our matchup's fine. Kind of wanted to Kroxa this turn. I feel like this is more mana efficient though. I get to take this Forge Tinder. I think that's better than taking the Reflector Mage. Their hand's kind of weak without that Forge Tinder. And I can probably force them to Reflector Mage the Channeler and then probably get that Kroxa escape too. Well, that's demoralizing as hell. I do have, 2 Pyrite Spellbombs, 3 Explosives. It's not the end of the world. Is Kroxa good against humans? You want to leave in some copies. Like, the escape is pretty strong against them. They're casting Reflector Mage? Kind of surprised they're not saving that for Luris. But now Sanctifier doesn't die to a Pyrite Spellbomb, so I have to find an Explosives, which is a big problem. We know their hand is Ancient Ziggurat, Mystery card, and the next turn they're drawing another copy of Thalia's Lieutenant, which is also really bad. I guess I have to heat this now. Yeah, I just need to find EE. They took the Vial up to 3, so... Okay, that was the mystery card, though. That was the mystery card. When they didn't crack that first, which is, like, a little sloppy. The lifelink on Luris looking to be kind of relevant. Please don't tap that stupid Vial. Thank you. Alright, so I'm going to go Channeler, Bauble, and we are digging. See what they're drawing next turn. Aether Vial. Okay, definitely not going to Ragavan that away. I will... I guess I should just attack first. I think I'm going to main phase bolt this. Graveyard. And then probably want to terminate the Reflector Mage instead of Ragavan Chump Block. Shane, thank you for the 16 months. So they didn't have a 3-drop in their hand last turn. They're drawing Aether Vial for this turn. Their hand is Ancient Ziggurat, Aether Vial, Mystery card. That Mystery card can be a 1 or 2 mana human, though. It is a 1 or 2 mana human. Hopefully it's just like a champ. Looks like maybe a Meddling Mage. So I'm going to terminate the Reflector Mage in response, and then they have to name explosives. We were supposed to terminate before Bauble Draw. You tell me why, and I'll tell you why not. They named Mishra's Bauble. That's a fine name, too. Guess I'm going to upkeep Bolt. When I wake up in the morning, how long do you go without looking at the leaderboard? This morning I looked like right before I went live. It was a bad time to look. They have to leave the Sanctifier back, which is great for us. I can probably keep that. Oh yeah, Pyrite Spellbomb does get there now. That is true. We get so many looks at explosives. Okay, that lets me discard them and draw step if I want to, so I think I will keep that. They're drawing a Sanctifier, so I'm glad I kept. So their draw step, I will, I guess, just kill their Vial, make them discard. They have Vials, but what they don't have is a Vial on 2. Or a Vial that can go to 2. Should I kill the Vial on 1 or the Vial on 3? Probably the Vial on 3. Or the Vial on 1, actually. Or maybe I should have bubbled them first. Won't they flash it? Yeah, yes, yeah. They don't have a Vial on 2, chat. Still haven't found a Pyrite Spellbomb or a explosives, but we are ahead somehow. Next, I should have done this before I chose here. Just a champion though, which we have the heat for. Draw off Bauble. Still no. Graven Cairns. So I know that I can shuffle away the Graven Cairns, but I think that getting in with the Luris has more value to me here. I have a lot of selection still. And like we know that they're just drawing champion, which I get to heat and get another surveil. And then like the Ragavan like really makes them not want to attack, but I can fear either one. I also get to play Lantern Control with Bauble Ragavan. So if I see a card that I really don't want them to draw, I can Ragavan it with the Shizo. Fear Ragavan, get Perish to block Sanctifier. Fear Ragavan, get Perish to block Sanctifier. Get Perish to block Sanctifier. I don't know what that means. Keep the pro-white creature. I can graveyard that, or yeah, I think I graveyard that. Still no, finally. I can't cross out of Lurrus this turn. Let's see what they're drawing. Okay, unclaimed territory means I'm gonna let them draw that. Why would you not want Tourach? I mean, it doesn't answer the Sanctifier. I feel like a 2/1 lifelink, a 2/1 pro white is not necessarily like the best draw. I feel like I still need to draw an answer to this at some point. Maybe that's not true. But I'm digging deep for an explosives. It took me like it took me so many draws to find one, but I found one finally. No, we know the top card is we know they just drew a territory. I want to do this first so that I can get Delirium on my channelers. But this game is over. We don't really need to fret too much. Why not cast Kroxa to put in the yard? They have a Sanctifier in Vec, which would exile it from the yard. Okay, so we played game 1 really badly. We played game 2 really well. Now just gotta win game 3. I like my sideboard plan, I think. Okay, man's awkward on the draw. What card here do you want me to play over Kolaghan's Command? I don't have like 3 Plague Engineers that I, you know, just like forgetting to put in. What do you want me to play instead? Needle over Thoughtseize. I think the discard spells are important for Sanctifier. I think I want at least 4 discard spells because of Sanctifier. You want to play Thoughtseize? I disagree with you. I think the Kolaghan's Command is good against humans, I will say, but like it's way more helpful for you to say this is what I think you should play over the Kolaghan's Command instead of saying carry command is awkward on the draw. But I disagree that I want more than 4 discard spells. I think I want at least 4. I think you can make a fine argument for 5 discard spells. I think 4 is a good number. If I was gonna add a 5th Thoughtseize, I'd probably cut 2nd Kroxa though. Shakti with 2 months, appreciate ya. Yeah, this Lurrus card is pretty good. Okay, I like this hand. But I did say, we didn't say it at first though. Your first comment is K command is awkward on the draw. You gotta say, for at the same all the same comment. It's way more helpful for me. Nox the 10 pack, appreciate ya. Shuffle away that mountain. Please don't have double Sanctifier or Sanctifier on top of your library. Okay, I like leaving them with Reflector Mage because like I could probably Tourach away the Reflector Mage if I want to play around it. Thoughts on this matchup? I think we're a slight favorite. I haven't played a ton of it though, of course. Humans hasn't been that popular lately. You gotta give it stuff from Nox, make sure to thank him. 10 pack is crazy. Appreciate you, buddy. Although now I'm gonna go Channeler, Thoughtseize. Reflector Mage can't hit Tourach. Yeah, I know, but I'm saying like they can, like they're probably gonna hold the Reflector Mage in their hand for a while, and then I will eventually be able to get some extra value out of the Tourach because of that. Hierarch. What about Flame Tongue Yearling for creature matchups like this? I mean, we have engineered explosives and Pyrite Spellbomb, which solve our Sanctifier and Vec problem way better. I don't think that you also humans is not like popular enough to like dedicate sideboard cards, but I would still play explosives instead. Okay, I'm just gonna attack first. I think I'll play my land too, and then I think I'm just gonna put Lurrus in my hand. I don't think I need to like kill this Hierarch right now. I didn't choose the humans list with Lurrus. I don't think I've maybe like as a donation deck a long time ago. I have been testing humans lately, or I guess not too much like the last couple weeks, but I have been testing some. But I don't think I have not recently played humans with Lurrus, and I don't think you should play Lurrus and humans. I did try the Saheeli Reanimator deck. We lost playing for 5-0 with it. It was a really heartbreaking loss. I misclicked at the very end. I think we still would have lost anyways. But it was tough. Dahlia, okay. So I think I'm just kicking Tourach here. Poor Tourach, always being kicked. I want to do this pre-combat because in case they have Sanctifier, they'll have to violate it in response, and then we won't lose the Channeler to the Thalia. Can get mounted here. Yaden 2 years? Trophy Re Speed Racer, hopefully. They do have Sanctifier in Vec. I did thankfully get to save my Channeler, and I get them empty-handed. I have a 4/3 Pro White. But this was like the card they needed here to have a chance. And they drew a 3-mana human. Reflector Mage, though, is like the least scary of all the 3-mana humans they could have possibly had. So you're saying there's a chance? I'm saying that I feel ahead at the moment. I don't know about you guys. I still feel like I'm ahead this game. But I'm saying they have a chance. I think this turn... Oh, I can't play the Channeler. I want to kill the Thalia. So I guess I'm going to go... Heat Thalia, attack for 4, cast Ragavan, Bolt Reflector Mage. And they can't I guess I could play around Hamlet Vanguard by killing the mage now. They're top decking. If they like ever brick this game, we win, I think. Yeah, Hamlet Vanguard. Sing the name of the next card drawn. Okay. I'm going to be singing the name of the next card. Eliza, thank you for the 13 months. Almost missed that. Sorry, I'm just like hyper-focused. Thank you, Eliza. They did draw something. A Meddling Mage, probably. They probably named Luris. I've ever seen Asmo. I don't know that I've ever played an Asmo deck on stream. I definitely haven't sung it. They still play Image. I don't know. Humans lists are like not super defined at the moment. What's the whatever trophy race? I have trophies commissioned. You can see them on Twitter. They named Kolaghan's Commander, not Luris. Okay. I commissioned real trophies for the race. You can find how they look on Twitter. They're really nice. I spent a lot of time on them. I will ship them to you if you are first, second, or third place this season. Okay, next turn they're drawing. Ancient Ziggurat, that is a big old brick. I get to hit them for 4 with Tourach. Lol. Tiger, thank you for the 2 months. Is that LOF Tiger? Oh, I forgot to sing. What did I draw? Den of the Bugbear? Den of the Bugbear! Sorry. Totally forgot to sing. How to do a Sealy Reanimator. I think, I don't know, I can't remember our overall record. We lost playing for 5-0. The deck felt fine. We're going to play it some more today or tomorrow. Who, Humans of Modern? It's somewhat underplayed, I think. Somewhat underplayed. I think we're about to get Trophy 20. I don't want to count my chickens quite yet, but we're really, really ahead. Yeah, this was not a good name. The best tribal deck is? I don't know. Alright, that's 3 damage. Then you Bauble first. Graveyard Den. Cavern of Souls on top. Okay, I can afford to take this kind of slow then. I think I will cash in the Kroxa for 3 damage. I might have had lethal, but then with them drawing a land next turn, this game is over. We have won. Trophy number 20, baby. Trophy number 20. I feel like we've had an incredible week this week. We've had an incredible week this week. 2 trophies Saturday, trophy Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. It is really difficult to get a trophy every day. If I got 1 trophy every day, we would have 90 trophies this season, and it would be easily crushing the all-time record. That being said, Tutors got 3 trophies yesterday, which is absurd. Happens very rarely that anybody gets 3 in a day. So we've got a lot of catching up to do. But at least we got 1 here, and we got a little bit of momentum built, huh? A little bit of momentum built. If we can get 2 today, I will be really, really happy if we can get 2 today. It is like basically impossible to hope for 3 though. I'm gonna add this to the Twitter thread. Glad also to like trophy, like I think this is the second league with red black. After making the changes felt pretty good. So I'm gonna add this to